For a very long time, the meaning of a word in our constitution has been very wrongly used by our government, and that word is equality. Let me show you how. There is a difference between the word equity and equality. Equity recognizes that each person has different circumstances and allocates the exact resources and opportunities needed to reach an equal outcome, whereas equality means to each individual or group of people is given the same resources or opportunities. Let's understand that with the help of an instance. For example, there is a 6 feet tall wall. You are 4 feet in height, but your cousin is 3 feet in height. Now, in order to see beyond that wall, you need to have some sort of resource. The resource in this instance is a stool. Let me tell you how we can use this example to identify which case is equity or equality. If both of you are given a 3 feet stool so that you can see beyond that wall, that is equality because both of you are given the exact same amount of resources and opportunities. But whereas if you are given a 2 feet stool and your cousin is given a 3 feet stool so that both of you can be equal at a level in order to see beyond that wall, that is equity. That is what our government is providing us with, not equality. In 1947, during our liberty or during our independence, the constitution makers drafted a couple of laws protecting the minorities in order to compensate for what history had done to them. But from independence to today, even though the minorities have been fully compensated, the general castes have been properly neglected. We have been ripped of all resources just in order to maintain equity in our society. Is ripping the general caste and depriving them of their resources a good decision in order to maintain equity in our society? Jobs and education is a very implicable example where this equity and equality is often misunderstood. For example, you scored 93% and want to get into DU. Another fellow student of yours scored 91% and also wants to get into DU. The honest and bitter truth is that you won't and that person will. Why? Because they have the marginalized reservation, due to which you had been denied your right to be educated in the Delhi University. Okay, now what? Now you and your parents collect a lot of money so that you could be sent abroad to study because you have no other way to study, right? So you spend a lot of money to go abroad and study. Would you want to come back to India and work for the same government that deprived you of your rights, that deprived you of your resources? No, you wouldn't. That, my friends, is the reason why most people are immigrants and working outside India because the government simply denied them of the resources, and why shall they help the government form a better future for the country that never even supported them? The reason why this problem of reservation and equality is still a major one in our country is because votes and power are more important than the future of the country to the politicians, the lawmakers, and the people who sit at the parliament. For example, if you have to win an election from a particular area which has 40% lower caste people and 60% general caste people, that is 40% minority and 60% majority. If you use equality as a means to treat them, that means no special privilege for the lower caste, which special privilege they had been given for a long time of years, that minority would not want to support you, would not want to vote for you. Why? Because they are being denied of a comfort they had been very used to for a very long time. Hence, you will lose 40% of your votes and your chances of winning will be very less. That is the main reason why most politicians don't even object against this problem. We need to prevent the repetition of history, because the way the minority were deprived during the past years, the general caste could also be deprived right now. We, and the major reason as to why we need to solve this problem as quick as possible is because people who are not fought for fight back, and India is not prepared to have the majority rebelling against the government.